while the Iranians were confused and uncertain of what was happening, the agency then used its unique, exquisite capabilities, what are described as exquisite capabilities to me, to search for and find the American airmen. This was described to me as looking for a needle in a haystack. But in this case, it was a brave American inside, hiding inside a mountain crevice up on a ridge, invisible except for the CIA's capabilities. The CIA immediately shared the crew member's exact location with the Pentagon and White House, and they knew where he was all along while the rescue took place. But the rescue was difficult, and we understand there was a great deal of gunfire to keep Iranians away from the area where the weapons systems officer was hiding. The president ordered an immediate rescue mission, and that's when CENTCOM kicked in. And we understand it truly, everyone that we've spoken to who was a part of this mission and overseeing this mission says it really is one of the most daring and complicated, layered missions that they've carried out, a rescue like this in a long, long time.
It really is incredible to hear in your exquisite reporting, Jen. Do we know more about this officer who was rescued? The president did say that he had some injuries, but he would be okay, right?
Yes, we understand that it's natural to that he would have some injuries from ejecting from the plane going at 500 miles an hour, and so we do understand that he's injured, but will be okay. He's in getting medical treatment now. The pilot is perhaps in difficult condition, I'm told, and undergoing medical treatment, and is still in the region, has not been moved to Landstuhl yet, or onward to the United States. But they are being taken care of, and they are getting the best medical care. What's amazing about the pararescuemen, the PJs from the Air Force, these are special operations teams that train for years for this kind of operation, and they are also medically trained. But it was them, it was Delta Force from the Army, as well as all the services that were involved in this very, very daring rescue.
Very much so. Jen, have we heard anything from Iran or any representatives from them after this successful rescue mission?
I think the only thing we've heard from Iran is they pointed out that there was at least one C-130 aircraft, U.S. military aircraft, that had to be destroyed on the ground. There's some indications it may have gotten stuck, or this may have been part of the original plan to take out this plane, but it was destroyed. That's the only little bit of information that the Iranians were able to put out as part of their propaganda machine. But in essence, they have been silent since the rescue of these pilots, because it really showed how the United States put dozens of warplanes over Iran, over enemy territory, landed. They had service members on the ground, rescue teams on the ground, and the Iranian military couldn't do anything about it. The Iranian Air Force no longer exists, and it really shows that the U.S. does have air dominance over Iran, even if they're still taking, there are still shoulder-fired missiles that can cause problems. We saw on Friday that 2 of the rescue helicopters were hit. There were some injuries among service members who were part of the rescue on Friday. And then we also saw an A-10 Warthog crash. It's not clear whether it was shot down or whether it had a mechanical difficulty, but it had to be jettisoned. That Warthog was flying as part of the daytime rescue mission of the pilot on Friday, and it crashed in Kuwait, and the pilot of that plane had to eject as well and be rescued. So this is really, the U.S. military makes it look easy, but this was a very, very complex, difficult operation, and there were some glitches along the way, but overall, they all got out safely, and it's really quite a miracle that the 2 airmen survived.
Absolutely, and no injuries, like you said, to the hundreds of others from multiple branches of the military involved in this very daring rescue successful mission. Thank you so much, Jennifer Griffin, our Chief National Security Correspondent, for your reporting on this.